Welcome, everybody. My name is Gary Hassan. I'm logging in here from my home in Utah, just south of Salt Lake City, not far from the Epic Era Global Headquarters. It's my good fortune to be able to discuss briefly our Epic Profit Plan. And most of you have a copy of this, I hope. If you haven't gone to our corporate website, epicera.com, you can download a copy of this. And between now and pre-launch, if there are some changes, it will be made on the document and uploaded as quickly as possible. We will try and keep the most current information, and as you can see, materials are being added there on a regular basis. Soon there'll be some videos added. The corporate staff and marketing team have been literally working around the clock to get us some of the most finest tools that I've seen in the network marketing profession. In fact, this document here, a lot of work's gone into this document, and compensation is pretty important. I know Epic has some amazing products that we've talked about. You may not know about all of those products. You'll hear about them in about 3 short weeks. But you know what my favorite product is that Epic has put it in front of us? It's this profit plan. This is what I'm excited as a field leader. Yes, the products are going to be great. I have no question there. I know the management team. I know what they've been doing behind the scenes to get us some amazing products. But this compensation, this profit plan, is what keeps me up at night. I'm telling you, it is exciting. So let's just run through these 8 ways to make money quickly. And again, if you have questions, please write those down, and I will repeat that email address at the end if you didn't catch it. First of all, buy wholesale, sell at retail. You can do that in person to somebody in your local market, or you can have retail customers purchase from your Epic marketing site. And this is something that with some of the other field leaders and some of the corporate executives, we got a chance to kind of get a little peek at the back office and some of the tools that we're going to be able to use, and to be able to send somebody to your website. They place their order, the company ships the product for you, and you get some of the profit. That's pretty painless and almost effortless. I don't want to say completely effortless, but you just point somebody to your website, and they place order. The company ships the product, collects the money, and sends you your percentage. It doesn't get much easier than that. So preferred customer is a little different than a retail customer. Preferred customer is somebody who's on our auto order program, where they set up, it's almost like a magazine subscription, where that is drop shipped to your door every month. Now you have the right, they have the right to modify that in any given time. Their product usage habits may change over time, and they can add more, take some off, switch products, whatever they want. They're going to have that option, but this just allows you not to run out of product. I'm married. I have 3 boys and 3 girls, and we will be going through a lot of product. And I'll tell you, I'll be using the products. My wife will be using the products. Some of our kids will be using the products. Probably not all of them. That they'll all be using some of the products. And I want to make sure we have products on hand at all times. But I don't want to have to supply products to a lot of people. If I can have the company do that for me, by all means, I'll do that. Sometimes I'll set up a customer initially just to have that personal contact. But at that point, it's easier just to have them go online and set up their order and have it drop ship. Now, this number 3 is something that is very powerful, where imagine getting your product for free and having the health benefits. That's pretty exciting. You enroll 3 preferred customers. These aren't business partners or marketing partners that are doing the business. These are people who have no association with the business whatsoever. They're just interested in the products. And we've kept it exclusive to customers because we want people to go out. This isn't just about recruiting, it's also about getting customers that will use our products on a regular basis. There's a lot of legal benefits for us having this in place, and it will protect us with the laws worldwide. So when you have 3 preferred customers, you have the opportunity to get up a certain dollar amount for free. And what the company will do is take the average of the 3 highest orders, and that will be what they will allocate to your monthly auto order program. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Let's say you have one customer doing 100, one doing 200, one doing 300. The average of that is, last time I checked, is what? 200. So you're going to get $200 credit to your monthly auto ship on the following month's auto order, up to $300. So if all three of those were doing 300, you also would get $300 worth of free product. That is pretty powerful. There are some companies out there doing a get three and yours is free products, but I don't believe there's one that has a $300 maximum. So that's pretty exciting to me. Well, when somebody uses our products and they also want to participate in our business, that's what we call a marketing partner. They're partnering up with Epic to go out and share these great products and this incredible business opportunity. And when you do that, when somebody gets started in our business, there are 4 ways you can get started. Only 3 of them include product to consume. And those are the 3 that I would recommend. Yes, legally, someone can get started for $49, and that's almost like a Costco or Sam's Club membership. That allows them to buy the products at wholesale. They have a position in the business structure. So sometimes we use the term tree of the organization, but there's a $300, and these are all U.S. dollars. I know we have people from other markets. This compensation plan is specifically for the U.S., but in U.S. dollars. So the second package is an essential pack of 600 U.S. dollars, and the Epic pack 900 U.S. dollars. Now, you know the exciting part. Those of you listening right now, you're in so early. I don't even know if the products have been determined what's going to make up those packs, but I guarantee you they're going to be great products. We're going to have some Epic products, and then possibly even some of the eCauseway products from our parent company. So the second column, EV, that's Epic Volume. That's abbreviation for Epic Volume. That's how much is being allocated to the compensation plan for commissions for your leadership. You personally, for introducing somebody to the company that enrolls at one of these intro packs, you can earn anywhere from $20 to $45 to $90 on that initial order. After that, that's why it's called a first order bonus. It's only paid on that introductory kit. Any orders after that on the auto order program flow into a different pay component of the plan, and we'll get to that here shortly. So that's the first order bonus. This is what I call right now income. How many people do you know? Well, the retail income and preferred customer, that's also right now income. But how many people do you know that need to make some money right now? Yes, they're going to be spending money to start their business. But what if they could recoup that initial cost, that initial dollar outlay that they spend, and get that back possibly in the first 30 to 60 days? How many businesses do you know that become profitable in the first 30, 60, 90 days? Not too many traditional business. They're fortunate to be profitable maybe in 24, 36 months or a few years down the road. We're talking, let's help you become profitable quickly. Let's make some money right now. We pay these everything but a few of the bonuses are paid on a weekly basis. So I know some people get paid twice a week, some people once a month. How about right now? So you can be earning money rather quickly once we launch this company. Let's scroll down to the first order leadership bonus. This bonus is also paid on that initial order when you enroll somebody. And this money, up to $160, is going to be passed upline to the leadership. Why is that? Well, these are the people that introduced you to the company and are helping train you and teach you, hopefully mentoring you. And as your business begins to grow, you can see if you look up to $160 is going to be passed upline based on their leadership rank as they progress in the compensation plan, in this profit plan. And bear with me on some of the verbiage. I'm still getting used to some of these terms. As they advance in the profit plan and rank advance to these different levels, starting at champion, then mentor, then ambassador, then hero, icon, legend, humanitarian. There's a sheet in this printed document. How many pages is this? This is a 12-page document I have in front of me. Hopefully, as the email said, print it out and mark it up. Write questions down. Highlight things that catch your attention, that get you excited. Some of the highlights of this plan. This right here is something that keeps me awake at night right here, because as you bring on and help develop leaders in your organization and they go out and build teams, this, folks, I believe is the license to print money. I mean, our government's been printing money like crazy, unfortunately, and it's lost a lot of its value. But this is your license to go out and write your own check. You control your destiny with this profit plan right here. This is something that's very unique when it comes to this component in a compensation plan. There are a lot of different pay plans, and I've looked at a lot of them over the last 24 years. Without exaggeration, literally hundreds of compensation plans. Is there a perfect compensation plan? Of course not. Is there a perfect company? I don't believe there is. There's no perfect management team. Is there a perfect field leadership team? Of course not. None of us are perfect, but I believe this is as good as it gets. I think we have in each of those different categories, we have something very unique and something very special here. And we're obviously trying to get away from a lot of that hype, but I guarantee you, I wouldn't be here, and I'm confident you and many of the people listening tonight wouldn't be here today if they didn't see something very unique and something special here. Literally, as Glenn Jensen, our CEO and founder, says, this will be the story of the decade, if not the century, in the network marketing arena. So you can see that out of that initial Epic pack, money is played out to the person who initially brought the business to the company, as well as those others that were responsible for bringing that individual and the individual above them and so forth. Do the math, folks. This gets pretty exciting as you progress along. Let's go to the next. This is a team cycle commission. Now, what does that mean? Some of you may not have built a two-team structure. Sometimes it's referred to as two sides, two legs. There's a lot of different jargon, but let's just call it, you're going to go out. It's very simple. When people say, well, how do I make money in this compensation plan? Well, you go out and enroll somebody on your left, you enroll somebody on your right. You're building two teams, two organizations. And the team cycle commission happens every time. If you look here, depending on what package you purchased or your rank, okay, let's just start with the package that you initially purchased. You can get paid $30, $35, or $40 every time your business cycles. Let me scroll down. What does a cycle consist of? When one side does at least 300 in epic volume and the other side has done 600 in epic volume, you can earn, if you come in at this foundation pack, your cycle commission would be $30. 30 out of 300 is what? 10% last time I checked. So you're getting 10% on that pay leg. I don't like to call it a weak leg or lesser leg. It's a pay leg, okay? So you're getting paid 10% or $30 on that pay leg, that $300 cycle. It could be the right or left. And one month it may be the left, next month it might be the right, but typically it will be most likely the same each month as your business progresses down the road. The essential pack, if somebody comes in at that level, you're grandfathered in to earn a $35 team cycle commission. Those that come in at the epic pack, $40 per cycle. There's a big difference between 30 and 40 when you're talking how many cycles it could happen, up to 750 team cycles per week. That could be up to 30,000 US dollars, folks. And I'm telling you, most people can get by on $30,000 a week. Now, I know some of you may still have to clip coupons and go to the early matinees, but most of you, that's a pretty good shoe budget, I know, for some of you ladies. So that's the maximum. Of course, most people can't even fathom, most people don't even make that in a month, let alone on a weekly basis. So if that's how you can get those dollar amounts at that by coming in one of those packages. There are other ways that you can get paid by hitting certain ranks to get that $40. But I'm telling you, if you want to start, how would you like to get paid as an ambassador? If you're at the ambassador rank, you're automatically going to get paid $40 a team cycle commission every cycle. But for those prior to hitting the ambassador rank, and you can refer to the sheet, what it takes to become an ambassador. That's when you have 6 personally enrolled connectors, minimum of 2 on each side. How would you like to get paid as an ambassador from day one? Folks, this is kind of the company's way of saying thank you for believing in us early on. You guys are the ones who are basically the pioneers. You're not, we're not even a ground floor opportunity. We're in the basement right now. We haven't even officially launched yet. And this is the company's way of giving back and saying, okay, we're going to allow you to get paid the maximum right from the get-go if you take the correct activity right from the start. Okay, I'm going to move on in the interest of time. Epic matching bonus. Well, how is this paid out? This again is based on your 2 teams. You have a left team and a right team. And those people you personally enroll are going to go out and have a left team and a right team. Let's say I go out and enroll Sherry. Sherry is going to earn commission, right? Based on that one we just talked about, number 6. Let's say her team, let me back up here. Let's say her team cycle commission for the week is, let's just say she's a rock star and it's 10,000 a week. It could be up to 30,000 a week, but let's say she's not quite there yet. She's earning 10,000 a week. A matching bonus, and the epic matching bonus, if you personally sponsored Sherry, you would get 15%. She would be considered your first generation here, that blue. Okay, that's like your children, your first generation, second generation, your children's children, and so forth. And um, 15% of 10,000, last time I checked, $1,500. Not bad and that's not just a one time. That's each and every month that you're going to get a matching bonus on the people that you personally sponsored, that you personally introduced to the company. It doesn't stop there. Let's say Sherry, and we're going to work on some more tools that will have some better illustrations, but let me just walk you through this. Let's say Sherry sponsors Tom. Tom goes out, and let's say he's also cycling out at $10,000 a week. What's 10% of 10,000? That's $1,000. So you're not only going to get 1,500 because you introduced Sherry, but Sherry introduced Tom, and now Sherry's getting 15% on her personals. But since Tom's on your second generation, this would be like your grandchild, and 10%. And you can carry that down, not just 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6 generations. Again, I don't know why the license to print money phrase keeps coming to mind, but if you haven't had a sleepless night yet, if you haven't laid awake at night thinking about this compensation plan, then you don't really understand it yet. And you need to get with the person who introduced you to Epic to really understand this. And the potential here is phenomenal. So 6 generation payout on the matching bonus. And I kind of flew through the leadership. Let me go back through this because this is 7. This pays down 7 levels of leadership on this first order leadership bonus. I'm having to refer to these names because hopefully these phrases will just start flowing off our tongue. This is the first time I've actually presented this in a webinar setting. So here's an illustration that really helps us understand this. As you hit certain levels in the company, leadership levels, you're going to get that. You can qualify for that 15% matching bonus, that 10% on the second generation, 10% on the third, 10% on the fourth, 10 on the fifth, and 5 on the sixth. And we'll real quickly, let's just, where does this begin? It begins at the connector level. What is a connector? A connector, I'm sorry, no, it starts at the matching bonus starts at, where does it start? Rank of mentor. Yes, it does. Starts at mentor, not at connector. Connectors, one on the left, one on the right. A champion is helping one on the left, one on the right also become a connector. A mentor is 2 on the left connectors, 2 connectors on the right, or 6 personally enrolled active marketing partners. And I'm going to stop there because everything is written out in detail on page 10. And I may run through a couple of the highlights on page 10, but let's jump to number 8 before I do that. The Legend Bonus Pool. This is a chance to participate in our global markets worldwide. We are only in, I don't know how many countries yet, but you'll know on October 18th how many we're launching. It could be 5, it could be 10, it could be more than that. I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows yet until October 18th. A lot to be determined in the next 3 weeks. But when you become a legend, you can qualify and participate in this legend pool. And then when you help others hit the legend level, or when you hit the humanitarian rank, or help another person or multiple people hit the humanitarian level, that is when you're going to be able to earn shares. And I love the names of these ranks. If I can back up just a second. As you notice, we're not using precious metals or precious stones like gold or diamonds. The company is name is Epic, and there are heroes and legends that will be made and created in this company. But when you get to those levels, when you reach certain levels of success, and hopefully you don't have to reach too high a level to success before you're able to give back. Hopefully you can begin giving back at an early stage. But really, when people are doing incredibly well, they can become humanitarians and impact communities around the world in a positive way, financially and health wise, and through their service. So I love these names, legend, humanitarian. So this pool is all about hitting these ranks and helping others. Now, let's go down to page 8 real quick. And these are some terms. I'm going to fly by that. I want to go to um, page 9. This is where we get to go travel. And I tell you, in the 24 years that I've been in network marketing, my wife and I and our children have traveled to probably at least 50 countries around the world. Um, and most of the time my business is paid for it, or the company that I was working for had incentive trips, annual trips. My wife and I were married in January of 1990, and some of the companies always had their trip the first of the year. We'd go somewhere warm when it was cold here in Utah, and we'd go to Phuket, Thailand, or Australia. We've been scuba diving on the Great Barrier Reef. We've been to Red Square. We've been to South America and the Caribbean, all because the company paid for it. I love to take vacations and take trips, but it's sure nice when somebody else pays for it. Here's a chance as an icon and a legend when you hit these upper ranks in our compensation plan to be able to take trips. And not only is it a chance to just relax and enjoy the efforts of your hard work, but on these trips, what I found to be the most valuable is the time that I'm able to spend with my colleagues, whether it's my upline leadership, the people that helped me build my business. It could be other individuals in the business that have made an impact, or I can learn from other leaders from around the world, from Russia, from Japan, from Mexico, or Brazil. This is where friendships have been made. Out of those 50 countries, Melissa and I could fly into just about any major city here in the United States, or just about any major city in the world, land at an airport, pick up the phone, and call somebody that we consider to be a good friend, and go to dinner and just catch up on old times. And that's what's happened over the last two plus decades in this profession. So nobody can tell me that network marketing doesn't work. Nobody can tell me that you can't have positive results on these products. Went for a bike ride with a couple of our leaders this week here in the mountains of Utah, and we got to a point where we were resting. I think I needed the rest more, so found some kind of excuse to stop and talk to catch my breath. But we were just talking about it's one thing to make a lot of money, but what good is all that money if you don't have the health to enjoy those financial rewards? In fact, I've heard some people say you spend the first half of your life spending your health to get your wealth, and then they try to spend their wealth to get back their health in their later years, and that's not possible. If you could buy your health back, there are a couple guys I know, one being Sam Walton, the other Steve Jobs. Do you think they would have given up a couple $1 billion of their good fortune to live a couple more years, to be with their kids and their grandkids and their spouse? It's not possible. That's why I love the fact that we're in the wellness industry. There are a lot of things you can do in network marketing, and I'm passionate about the wellness and fitness and uh, health arena, and that's why I believe Epic is destined for greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in closing, um, I've covered a lot in a short period of time, and there's a lot more I would like to have covered. But let me just cover a couple highlights. As I was talking to our president, Brent Jensen, just before the call, we were reviewing this document again. There are a couple things I wanted to point out. Um, well, our 30 minutes is just about spent. Let me just kind of encourage you to go through page 10. This is the page you're looking at right here, down here, page 10. Go through this with a pen and a highlighter, and go start from the top, from the associate down to go to marketing partner and connector. But what I want you to do is really dream big and go all the way down to legend and humanitarian, and do whatever it takes to understand what it takes to get to those levels, and then work your way back. This could be, I believe there will be people hit these top ranks within the first 6 to 12 months. Is that doable? I guarantee you it will happen within that time frame, if not sooner. Could somebody hit it their first month? I wouldn't put it past some of the people that I've met so far in this that are joining this company in October. Some of them are on this webinar right now, and they know who they are. Some of them are going to hit those icon, legend, and humanitarians in the first 30 to 60 days, and it's just going to uh, blow people away. What this company is going to do, because the caliber of people we're attracting. But some of you to hit that legend, that humanitarian, it may take a year, it may take you 5 years, it may take you 10 years. But you know what? How many people do you know that are making 10, 20, $30,000 a week or more? Again, that capped out at 30,000 a week. That was just your cycle bonus. There are other bonuses and ways you can make money in this compensation plan. So there will likely be people making six figures a month with this company in a very short period of time. But what is it going to take to get you excited, to get you up in the morning, to cause you to carve out some of the least productive hours of your day and allocate to your business, to get up an hour earlier, maybe stay up an hour later? Folks, that's what's happening right now. If you don't feel the urgency right now to put every waking hour into this business, then you haven't quite caught the epic fever. I'm getting up an hour earlier, staying up 2 or 3 hours later than I typically do, because I feel like there's a window right now that we will never have again. These next 3 weeks, we'll never have this window back again. There will never be a 3 week window before a pre-launch event in Park City, Utah. You have a chance right now, and you'll look back and you're going to say, I'm glad I did, or I wish I had. I hope you're saying, I'm glad I put every last second into my business during the fall of 2013, because you're going to look back when you're an icon or a legend or a humanitarian or making just crazy amounts of money. But not just the money, but look at the amount of lives and the people whose lives you've blessed as a result of your participation with us here at Epic. That's my challenge to you, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Take advantage of every waking moment. If you are not registered yet for the Epic launch event in Park City on the 18th and 19th of October, I hope it's just because you're hearing about it just now. That those are the only people who shouldn't have registered yet, is if you're hearing about it right now. And not only is it important for you to be there, but you need to start making a list of the people who are going to be sitting on your left, who's going to sit on your right, who's going to be in the row in front of you, who's going to be behind you, who's going to be there with you. It's going to be great if you're there, but that does not make you a leader. You've got to have people in that room. How many people? Set a goal. How many people are going to be there with you in 3 weeks from now? Now, the clock is ticking. I think you've got a limited amount of time, probably about 10 days, to really be getting those people long distance. Some people have got to make some major travel adjustments, get some time off work, maybe find somebody to help out with the kids. They may need to get a visa to fly into the United States. They may have to get their passport updated just to come to the U.S. there's preparations, and 3 weeks is not a lot of time. So that's why I'm trying to sense the urgency right now, folks. And in fact, my challenge to you, I don't care what time it is. I know it's 10:30 on the East Coast. Spend the next hour calling the West Coast. Who do you know in California? Who do you know in Hawaii? Who do you know in Australia or Asia that you could call or email right now that hasn't heard about Epic yet? That's my challenge to you, is do not go to bed until you've contacted 5, 10, 20 people. Let them know about Epic, because if you don't talk to them, somebody else will. And they're going to come back to you and say, wait a minute, you knew about this before the company launched in Park City and you didn't tell me about it? I thought we were friends. What did I do to offend you? I thought we were friends. You're telling me now in 2014 you've been at this now for weeks or months, or come on. Folks, I appreciate you carving out 30 minutes to be here with us tonight. I hope we've addressed some of your questions. I'm confident that more questions will come up. And if that's the case, as I mentioned at the beginning of our webinar, please send your questions to admin, ADMIN, at epicera.com. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. My name is Gary Hassan. Goodbye for now.